I'm pretty sure that you have also experienced a moment where you wanted things to go a bit faster. You were impatient. And I was sharing this with my coach last week, and I want to share the insights that I got from that conversation, as well as a reframe about impatience. From a young age, we are taught that everything needs to be faster, higher, bigger. We are a generation where our previous generations have always experienced growth. Things were always going better, bigger, faster, higher. And we are at a moment where we feel like that's not where we want to go. But in our DNA and also in our society, we're taught that things have to go fast. You have to keep going. You have to make sure that it gets done on your timeline. But there's one very important thing that we forget, and that is the divine timing. Things come when they're ready to show up. And it doesn't matter how hard you work, how hard you push, how hard you try to make things happen. Things will unfold on their own timeline. Now, that doesn't mean we can just sit back on our couch and just think about what we want and meditate all day long and not do anything. We still need to do things. We still have to take steps. We still have to go into action mode, especially now that we're in Aries season, which is all about action and getting things done. Having the courage and the bravery to do so is very important. And that brings me to the conversation that I had with my own coach, where we talked about being impatient. There are a few things in my business that aren't rolling out the way that I wish and are taking way more time. And she asked me, "Are you impatient?" And I said, "Yes, I am." I want these things to happen yesterday, not today. And then she said a beautiful thing to me where it wasn't about shaming that impatience. And I feel like my voice is getting, I had COVID a few weeks ago and it didn't affect my voice much during when I was sick, but I can hear my lower, deeper, sexy voice come up again. I guess it's a perfect podcasting voice, right? But she mentioned that to honor that impatience, because it means that you feel there is more out there for you. And honoring that feeling, it's similar to the podcast that I recorded about the resistance. It is honoring that impatience in yourself, because it means you have a drive. It means you are passionate about what you do. And this is not impatient in like a little kid who's on the couch and bored and impatiently waiting for time to pass. This is a passionate entrepreneur who wants things to happen. But they're happening on their own timeline while you keep taking action. And the thing that struck me the most is when she mentioned, let it fuel you. Let's get angry that it hasn't happened yet. Let's get that frustration and anger out. And let that then fuel your drive even more. Because I believe in slow success. A slow success can mean many different things. Some people think slow success would be a few months. Other people think a few years. But it doesn't matter. It is slow, sustainable success. Building things from the foundation up. Especially in astrology, when you look at your chart, sometimes you are being asked to build the foundation. To not think about the huge big plans, but come back to the foundation first. Now, that doesn't mean that everything else has to go. But think of it as you're building a building next to your existing offerings. You're starting to work the soil. You're starting to put in the foundation so that when things are moving faster, you can build on top of that foundation while the other building is still there. It's not like you're destroying one building and then start from scratch. You can if you want that. But my definition of slow success would be that you make sure that you have the right things in place to make sure that you're not rushing the process. Like I mentioned in the resistance episode, the resistance shows up for a reason. The impatience shows up for a reason. Honor that. And then dive deeper into what this can bring you. So I want you to celebrate slow success. I want you to pause and think about how far you have already come. And then if you feel impatient, good. Use that to fuel your drive. Use that to fuel your business. Get angry, get frustrated, get it all out of the way. And then take that inspired action. Then go from there. And that doesn't mean that you have to wallow in it for days or weeks, or it means that you honor that you're a human and that you have emotions, and that those emotions sometimes come up at very unexpected times or places or situations. And that's okay too. Bring it back to the essence and see what it's really about. I'm going to keep this episode short because I want you to think about what slow, sustainable success looks like to you and to all my earth signs out there, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I know that you know what slow success is, especially the Tauruses. I have a Taurus moon, so I can totally relate. Things don't have to be rushed. Think about what it means, that slow success. And how can you slow down in your business so that you can see what is going on, see what is needed, and then take action from that. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. You can send me a DM on Instagram or take a screenshot and share it on Instagram, because I love to hear back from you on what your definition of slow, sustainable success is. And I will speak to you again very soon.